Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. 'Cause these cars are just it, so won't you come?
K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network, and you are watching the most watched show and must-see show on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. That is right. What is it called? Between the Ropes. And I am your moderator, Ace. That is right. And let me introduce to you the group that we have tonight. My main man, my partner in crime, my co-host, part of my tag team. We would be called the Galabarzas. That's right, Mr. Mess Around Dave. How's it going tonight?
I'm great. I'm ready to get this stuff going. We got the conspiracies finally over. Sami Zayn's IC champion. Ready to talk Elimination Chamber. Let's do it.
The conspiracy is officially over. That's right. Thank you very much. And then, that's right. Welcome in that man. His name's Chris. He likes bacon, but he likes it crispy. So, because he likes it crispy, his name's Chris. We go, Mr. Crispy and Bacon. How's it going tonight, my man?
Doing good. Kind of like Brock Lesnar, what he did on Elimination Chamber. We are going off script. Kind of.
We are going off script, and we're going to eat some bacon. All right. So, anyway. And then welcome in. I don't know. She hasn't really told us a name yet, so I guess we got to go by just Christy
Just go by the
Wilson.
shirt.
So there you go.
The man.
The man.
All right. How's it going tonight, Christy?
Oh, I'm going good.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So, as everybody can see, we're going to be talking some Elimination Chamber. Oh, man. Good old Elimination Chamber. Good old Elimination Chamber.
Good old elimination.
Very, very excited for it. Our pre-show.
Mhm.
Did anybody watch the pre-show match between Mysterio and Miz?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't bad. It was a good match. You know why? Because he's the Miz and he's awesome.
That's right.
And then
I've heard
it's Rey
tell of that.
Mysterio, which has always been talented. So you got to start off with the pre-show with the Miz and Rey Mysterio. You can't forget about that little matchup in there. So you have Rey Mysterio, who managed to get the win over the Miz, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, come on.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
And it's okay if somebody wants to sit here and say that the Chamber was C- at best. Look, here's the thing that a lot of people. I don't want to get into the whole debate again here thing about why people say that it's overrated because of that the show was bad because of Brock Lesnar winning and everything. But let me throw this out there: if everybody out there ran the company like Vince McMahon, and you knew that your money makers were Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, what are you going to do? Who are you going to put in the main event? Who are you going to have win matches?
One of those four.
Exactly. You're going to have them win because they are your money makers. You have to go with what makes you money. And they're it. That's
What's
it.
best
That's
for business.
The correct term for that is the best people to put asses in seats.
Yep.
They are. They're the
Put the butts
ones.
in the
They're the
seat.
ones who make you money.
Yep.
They really are.
Sell the merch and stuff.
All right.
Like this.
Well, of course you would put the title on Riddle.
Yes,
Why-
me too. Me too.
Why wouldn't you? And you know what? Eventually it might come there. But anyways, Crispy, since you got to see the match, what'd you think of the Miz and Mysterio?
No, like I said, I thought it was good. I'm glad there wasn't no I mean, there kind of was a little bit of distraction going on, but it wasn't like the last couple weeks before Elimination Chamber. But Miz uses
Okay.
he tried to caught Dominic off guard or Ray off guard, and it didn't work out though. So.
And then Brandon, of course, is saying that his WrestleMania main event would be Riddle versus Dominic Mysterio.
You thought Elimination Chamber happened. If that happened in Mania,
So-
that would suck worse than Chamber.
Oh my god.
How many of you tonight have watched Raw so far?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it.
Did you watch the Miz part with Dominic Mysterio?
Not yet. I haven't got that far.
And Rey Mysterio? Okay. I'll wait, because there was some facts that the Miz spoke in that. There was some facts. And mess around. Once you see it, you'll see exactly the part I'm talking about that I'm like,
Hey,
he's kind of spitting out facts.
when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Thank you.
Okay.
It worked.
Right. No, I was just saying. So I'm just saying, once you see it, you will realize that there was some facts in there that kind of was that he did speak.
I watched that kickoff match, and honestly, you got two guys that are going to be Hall of Famers when they decide to hang it up. That match was too good for a kickoff show.
Right.
Way too good to be on the kickoff show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. So, why don't we just go ahead and jump into
favorite.
it? I know, because I have to jump into it because it's like my least favorite. But I have to anyways. And it's Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Now, there was a lot of speculation when this started that well, no, there actually was. There was a lot of speculation out there that's saying that people thought that Goldberg might actually win the match. And the reason why they were saying that is because they're like, oh, Goldberg might win, and then he might go into WrestleMania, and there could end up being a triple threat match. That's what some people thought. Some people thought that it might actually happen. But as you can see, it didn't happen. Here's an interesting stat that people actually probably didn't know until after Roman Reigns beat Goldberg, and that Roman Reigns is actually the first one to actually successfully defend the Universal Championship against Goldberg.
Ooh.
Every other time Goldberg's win against anybody for the Universal title, Goldberg's won.
And not only that, but Roman's also the first person to beat every former champion that held the title.
Wow.
Yeah.
Including Goldberg.
Roman. This match, it went a little longer than I expected. I expected this to be kind of one of those typical Goldberg matches. He comes out, it lasts like 30 seconds or whatever. Yeah.
No
I wasn't
interference.
expecting Goldberg to win. I definitely was not expecting him to win at all. But I was expecting it to be like a super quick match, and it went a little bit longer than I expected. So mess around, Dave. I'll turn this one over to you.
Yeah, I honestly thought this was going to be a squash match. I thought Reigns going to hit the spear, Superman punch, and then 1, 2, 3, and it's over. But didn't go like that. Goldberg shows a fight. There's times like, wow, maybe he is going to win. He hits it. But, we all knew that Reigns was going to win. They're setting up the match with Brock. So it was a decent match for a Goldberg match. I'll say that.
For Goldberg, yes, it was a decent. I won't say it was great,
Yeah.
but I will say it was decent. And the interesting thing about it is like people are actually talking about it on Facebook saying, "Oh, Reigns is the first person to beat to beat Goldberg by submission. Okay, but let me clarify. Okay, look, I'm not a Goldberg fan, but Goldberg actually never submitted. He never tapped out.
Pass out.
So did he technically beat him by submission? Maybe, but Goldberg actually never tapped out, so it actually doesn't go down as a official tap out. It's more of he just made a pass, because that's kind of what Reigns does with everybody else in the guillotine, is he makes everybody pass out. So
Seth Rollins at the Rumble.
So
You'll see him in a
Crispy
few
Bacon,
months. No, you'll
what do
see
you
him in a
think of
few
this
months.
match?
It was a good match. I mean, I knew Roman was going to win it, and just because, Lesnar's like, I wanted to be title versus title, and whatever he wants, it seems like he gets at this point. So, I think, WWE's like, yeah, we'll give that match between you guys. So, Goldberg, you're gonna fall on the sword, so to speak, and I know you worked hard to improve yourself, but you're gonna fall on the sword again, and probably go somewhere else. I don't know, but it was a good match. I thought went a little longer. So,
and let me clarify something that Sarge is saying here, or I should say Tim Fielder's saying here on the side, is he's saying the ref usually drops the arm before calling the bell 3 times.
Right.
The thing is how long has it been since the referee has actually dropped the arm 3 times on somebody when Roman has him in the guillotine? He hasn't done that yet. He hasn't done that. So every time I watch that, I was like, why is he dropping the arm 1 time and then he's calling it? He's not doing it the usual 3 times.
And maybe Roman saying, call it.
Yeah. Call it.
I don't know.
Right now.
I just noticed that it wasn't the normal 3 like it was. But Christy, what was your thoughts on this match?
It's not a bad match. I mean, I'll give Goldberg credit for putting up a fight, but once Roman got that guillotine locked in, it was over. Over.
He put up a fight for like the first 5 minutes.
He did,
but
he did.
Passed out.
But let's talk about, I guess, the ghost that's in the room, the monkey that's in the closet. Let's talk about this. And the reason I'm saying this is because everybody knows that supposedly that was Goldberg's final match under contract. That's what his contract stated. It said that it was Goldberg's final match under contract. Does everybody actually believe that it's actually his final match under contract? Or does Goldberg resign?
He resigned.
Because
I think he
that,
resigned.
but that was one reason why I knew Goldberg wasn't winning that match. Was simply because everyone knew that was Goldberg's final match under contract. I'm like, okay, well, he's obviously not going to win because he doesn't have another contract set up yet. He just has that one. It's supposed to be that was his final match. So okay, so he's not going to win if he doesn't have that. So, mess around. Do you foresee Goldberg actually re-signing the contract and coming back?
No, I think he's done in the WWE. I think if he's going to wrestle again, it's probably going to be the AEW.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's done with WWE.
Interesting. All right, Crispy.
I've heard he wants to sign with WWE. I don't think he wants to sign anywhere else. He prefers to sign with WWE over anybody. So it's going to be interesting if he does sign back with WWE. And I think he'll take a few months off. Not that he does already, but kind of set up new storylines and see what he thinks, and go from there maybe.
Well, I kind of agree with the whole WWE thing, and here's the reason why. Because he kind of has that unfinished business with Bobby Lashley. If you remember how their match finished and Bobby kind of went after his son. So he definitely has that unfinished business. I think he comes back for maybe a few more matches, has one last run against Bobby Lashley. When Lashley comes back, I think Lashley wins the belt back, and then somewhere along the lines, Goldberg returns and faces Lashley, and then does one last run, and then eventually calls it a career. So, Christy Wilson, do you see Goldberg returning?
Nope. Do I see him going to AEW? I don't know. I know they've had legends over there before, and they've treated them, and they've done really well with them, like Jake the Snake Roberts and Sting. But I don't know. It's entirely up to Goldberg and what he wants to do.
But is Goldberg going to really finish? And another reason is, you really think Goldberg's going to finish his WWE career like that?
I would say probably not. That's why it's up to him whether he wants to come back or not. Entirely his choice.
All right, so I just don't know if Goldberg would actually finish his career like that in the WWE. I think if anything, he definitely wants to go out on top. But we can go ahead and jump into that next match, which is the Women's Elimination Chamber match.
That was a good match.
And you know what? It was a good match. It actually was a good match. At the end, when Bianca and Alexa were left, I was hoping. I was holding out hope. I'm like, maybe Alexa might pull this off. She was kind of my dark horse. I did pick Bianca, but I'm like, oh, my dark horse is Alexa. I was hoping so, but in the end, of course, it was Bianca. So now Bianca is kind of that, I guess they call it the new Triple Crown winner. And what I mean by that, and I'm not talking about title-wise, I'm talking about pay-per-view wise, because there's only been a few people in the history of wrestling that have won the Royal Rumble, have won the Elimination Chamber, and have won a main event at WrestleMania. And Bianca Belair is now one of them, because she's won the Rumble, won the Chamber match, and then won a main event at Mania. So now she's also one of the
first woman to do
what?
That? Isn't she?
Yeah,
the first woman?
Yeah, she's actually the first woman to do that. There were several male superstars to do it. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. There was a few other ones who did it, but Bianca was actually the first woman to actually do it. So, mess around, Dave. Your thoughts on the Women's Elimination Chamber match?
I loved it. I thought it was one of my favorite matches on the card.
Oh, Sarge.
When you have, I thought the best part was when Alexa went her partner swinging there, and she's like swinging on it. That was amazing.
Did she have Liv with her?
And then Liv Morgan coming out in the Britney Spears suit.
Liv in that Britney Spears and Spark. Oh yes.
And when it got down to the last two, like I was watching it with my son, and I'm like, I called the order of everybody that came out. I'm like, this one's coming out next. Yep, this one's coming out next. Yep, and I got them all right. He's like, how did you know? I'm like, I just guessed. Well, I knew Bianca was a given because she was the last one. So, but then when it got down to Bianca and Alexa, I was like, I want Alexa to win so bad, and then Bianca won. I'm like, why? She made it last year.
Well,
Alexa get it.
Yeah, but you got to think though. Bianca is another one of those that is a moneymaker. So they're going to use her because Bianca's a moneymaker. People look at Bianca and they like her, and so she's that moneymaker.
I wasn't mad about it because I like Bianca too. I'm a huge fan of hers too. So.
Yeah, but I was definitely with you though that I was really hoping for Alexa. I was really hoping. All right, so we have a few comments here. Tim Fielder saying AEW equals AC Swerms. Okay.
What?
AC Swerms. Tim Fielder saying it was a horrible match, and no, I'm not being Dragon Viper. And Brandon saying Randy Cox would say it was okay. I went to the bathroom during this match.
Oh boy.
And then Tim saying the match wasn't even okay. Too short, no spots. Belair could be the next Charlotte Flair. I don't think she will be. And the reason I'm saying that is because right now there is too many talented women wrestlers in WWE. There's just too many of them. And
Or too few.
Right now you're not even really seeing a whole lot of Sasha Banks, but you got to think who's coming back still. Yeah,
Bailey.
Bailey's coming back. Asuka's coming back.
Yep.
So there's still quite a few women's wrestlers out there who are talented who aren't even back yet.
Or
And
even some
so
from NXT will probably be coming up to the main roster, like Raquel Gonzalez and
Raquel
Kai.
Gonzalez, she
Yes.
is. I'm telling you, man. People don't talk about her, but once she comes up, she's going to dominate that
Yeah,
women's
don't
division.
sleep on her.
Absolutely.
That she's so talented. She's going
good.
to
She's really
dominate
good.
when she gets on the main roster. Like she is absolutely no joke. She's
Nope.
no joke.
I've seen some of her matches. She is impressive. Very
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I she kind of reminds me of and I'm not talking about the style of wrestling,
Mhm.
but I'm saying she kind of reminds me of like a Paige or Rhea that could actually win the title close to her first match being on the main event or being like on the main show because
Yeah.
that's how talented she is.
Yeah.
All right. So Chris, what was your thoughts on this women's chamber match?
No, it was a good match. I mean, both chamber matches were good. We'll get to the men's later, but this chamber match was good. I was kind of hoping Liv would have won it just because she had that feud with Becky Lynch, and
Yeah.
maybe they're going to try to do something again with that. I don't know. You also had Dewdrop in there who had some matches with everybody in there, so it could have gone in either way, but I think they wanted to kind of run it back with Bianca and
Because of what happened at SummerSlam.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Well, and some people may be asking why they had Bianca win, but Christy, it's just like you said. They have Bianca win simply due to the fact that very short match that she had with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam,
Right.
They kind of want to make it up to Bianca now, and they kind of want to put her in that spotlight against Becky and be like, look, now's your time. Okay, now is your time to where you can kind of get your revenge against Becky. So
Exactly, on a
we
huge
want to
stage.
give you that chance. Yeah.
So it sounded like that wasn't supposed to happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
No, it was supposed to be a fast match, but
Okay.
Short as it was.
but it wasn't quite supposed to be that short.
No.
But now they actually want to give her a chance to actually show that she can actually main event with Becky, and that's so I'm actually looking forward to that match because I think it's going to be a fantastic match. Christy, your thoughts on this chamber match?
Really good match. I'm glad that Bianca won. It definitely, setting up for her to get her revenge against Becky at WrestleMania for what happened at SummerSlam, and I'm just glad she won.
All right, so moving on to the next one, you had Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville. Let's not forget that in this match, though, that Ronda Rousey had one arm tied behind her back, and they were still able to win the match, but wasn't even shocking. I think everybody knew that Ronda and Naomi were going to win.
I was just surprised Ronda came out in a judo gi. That's all.
That was
cool.
really
I was
cool.
like, okay, that's cool. Okay.
Well, they did say that there was a reason for it, and it was because I believe she won a gold medal. If I do remember right, she won a gold medal.
Yeah, in 2008.
Bronze. Yeah, she won a bronze medal in 2008 in that same outfit. So that's what she wore.
Oh, okay.
And so
I was kind of wondering why. I was like, I know you used to be in judo, but
so
why are you
that's
wearing
why
a gi at Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, so that's why she wanted to
ring.
wear that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she wore it, was because she wore because she won that medal in that.
Yeah. The Olympic.
Mess around, your thoughts.
I like the match. I wish it would have gone differently. Like had Naomi maybe get the win.
Yeah.
Just seeing the whole thing with Sonya Deville. I thought it was funny at the end when Ronda put the armbar on her. She looks at Charlotte, stares at her. She's like, whatever, and then she
this
doesn't get in to break up the hold or anything. She just walks away and watches it happen.
Naomi was in this match too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ronda's
she
tag
was.
team partner.
but Naomi didn't get the win like people thought
No.
she could
Oh,
have.
she should have.
But I'm still gonna say it's gonna be Naomi versus Sonya Deville at WrestleMania in not just a regular match. I'm throwing this out there saying it's gonna be an I Quit match.
All
right.
That or a no holds barred match.
no holds
Chris,
barred, no DQ.
Chris, your
Yeah.
thoughts on this match?
No, it was a good match. I thought it was kind of funny at the start where Sonya's like, hold on. She had that sling on. She's like, okay, I'm ready. She took off the sling and was like, I'm ready. Let's go. And is like, yeah, okay. We knew that was going to come.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good match. I was hoping Naomi would have got the pin or you know, at least get the victory. But it was a good match overall, I thought.
All right, Christy.
Not a bad match. I'm just like Chris said. I personally wish Naomi had gotten the pin on that one, but you know, could lead to a match between her and Sonya at WrestleMania. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I think
It's probably going to happen.
This rivalry definitely
ain't
is
over.
not over yet.
Nope.
All right. So the next match that we had was Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss.
Oh boy.
And
That was a good match.
it was a good match because it was that Falls Count Anywhere match. But
okay.
The interesting thing about it was, did anybody see that spot to where Madcap Moss got dropped on his head?
Oh
Yeah, like right on top of his head, man.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Ouch.
oh gosh. I was like, how
It's
did
painful.
he not break his freaking neck, man?
Yeah.
Like that was
Maybe the next third
crazy.
angle.
He won gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Yeah, I was
Right.
like, that
Don't
was
forget it.
that
Facts.
was crazy. Well, now that Drew McIntyre is basically done with Madcap Moss, you're going to see him move on to Happy Corbin. So now I think you're going to see him face Happy Corbin at WrestleMania. So,
Good rumors.
and hopefully Happy Corbin will beat him. So mess around. Your thoughts on Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss?
It was a good match. It's a McIntyre. I can't stand the guy. I have a hard time saying good things about the dude, but he was impressive. I mean, it was Madcap. I shouldn't say impressive because it was Madcap. He's still kind of green, feeling his way out. But man, when he dropped him on his head, I was like, how's this guy still functioning right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm like that looked absolutely painful.
Ouch.
But he kept it going. All right, Chris, how about you?
No, it was a good match. I thought the lead up to this match was pretty good. You know, Madcap in the medical, facilities, like, telling the doctors, I can't compete. And McIntyre's like, yeah, you can compete. You're good. Tell the doctor you can compete. It's like, yeah, I can compete. But the lead up was good. And, it seems like Saudi Arabia, their events, they seem like they like the Falls Count Anywhere matches. They do a lot of that over there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably see that more down the line. But it was good. I like those kind of matches. And now Drew McIntyre can move on to Corbin.
All right, Christy.
Not a bad match, just like you guys said. I mean, I don't know how Madcap Moss managed to keep going despite the fact he pretty much got dropped on his head. Ow. But yeah, I think now that this is over, Drew moves on to Corbin, and let's hope Drew finishes Corbin off, so maybe we can get that Drew versus Roman feud going. Maybe.
Happy Corbin.
Let's not and say we did.
Happy.
Well, I think what's going to end up happening though is because after the title versus title match happens at Mania, I believe that Lesnar wins and then Roman actually takes some time off.
Yeah.
So I think that he does plan on taking some time off anyways. But after this Drew McIntyre Madcap Moss match, we had the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Lita. And I'll tell you what, at times I caught myself as I'm watching this match, I caught myself saying, "You still got it. You still got it." Legitimately, I did, because I'll tell you, I actually wasn't expecting much, because when I saw her kind of in the Rumble, she kind of wasn't moving it, but Lita showed something in this match. She showed that if she wants, she can get right back in the ring and do this. Like this was a freaking amazing match. Lita was awesome in this match. Mess around, Dave.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she knocked the rest off from the previous time in the Rumble. She looked terrible at the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. But in this match, she looked great. She looked like Lita of old. She was moving around well. She performed well. She hit her moves, her spots. I was disappointed she didn't win, but got to give it up to the man for coming out on top.
I'm not gonna lie, when she hit the Lita Salt off the top ropes, I legitimately thought it was over. I did. I was like, holy crap, she's gonna win this thing, and it's gonna end up being a triple threat at Mania. And then Becky like kicks out, and I'm like, oh.
All my hopes and dreams for Smash.
I was like, so close.
Oh my goodness.
I thought that because I seriously thought that she was going to end it, and then I thought that she was going to go on to Mania, and then she was going to lose at Mania, and then be like, okay, I got my one final run at being the women's champion, so now I can officially be like, okay, I'm done for good now. That's what I thought was going to happen, but then Becky kicked out. I'm like, well, all right. I guess not. That's okay, though. All right. Crispy.
Yeah, no, it was a good match. I think we all wanted Lita to win it and see what would happen. If it would be a triple threat match or something like that. But, Becky Lynch, she's going to be in Mania or at Mania and, competing for that title again. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens going down the stretch.
All right, Christy.
No, it was a really good match. I mean, Lita was amazing, but Becky retains, and we'll see what happens at WrestleMania against Bianca.
All righty, going on to what's supposed to be a match, but the Usos took out the Viking Raiders before the match even started, so you didn't even. Well, it was supposed to be, but then in the end, it turned out not to be a match because they took out the Viking Raiders, and you know what? I was okay with it.
When they came out, honestly. When they came out and the Viking Raiders music hit, I'm like, oh my God, who are they going to face? I mean, I like the Viking Raiders, but I'm like, you're going to have these guys on, put them on the kickoff show, let The Miz and Ray be on the main card, the Viking Raiders being on it, but then they didn't have the match because of USOs. I was like, thank God.
Thank God.
It was just like, whatever.
Viking Raiders. All right, Chris?
No, I mean, it would have been a good match, but Usos, usually have to step in and change all of that. But I think the Usos, if they wanted to have the match, wanted it on like SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oos.
On brand.
Oos.
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 So.
Oh. Usos. Okay. Down since day one-ish.
Down since. I'm day one-ish. Yeah, I'm down since. One-ish. Yeah, I'm down since. Day one-ish.
Hey, Big B's here. What's up, Big B?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just getting off work here. Caught the beginning of the show. Thought I'd jump on my ride home.
Cool.
All right. I'm down since. Day one-ish. Yeah, I'm down since. All right.
Oh, why do the Usos have to ruin the fun here?
You know why? Because it's going to be welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
Oh, God.
Yes, that's right. Good old bloodline. That's right. Good old bloodline.
DB's like, why did I have to jump on now?
What
No,
show am
I
I
enjoy
on
talking
anyway?
wrestling with you guys.
I know.
Oh, absolutely. But we can jump into that main event.
It's time
It's time.
for the main
Bobby who?
Right.
Knock, knock.
All right.
Knock knock. Who's there? Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby
Bobby
who?
who?
Bobby who?
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. Bobby who? Exactly.
Who?
That's probably one of the best short promos so far this year.
Oh yeah, it was. It was. And but there was this, I will tell you, when I found out that when Lesnar climbed out of the pod after breaking the plexiglass,
He wasn't
Yeah.
supposed
Smashes
to.
my
that
God, like
he
on
wasn't
Incredible
supposed
Hulk.
to. But I will tell you though, I was okay with the reason I was okay with
Yep.
it. This actually did a lot for his character. This is actually perfect for his character. So I'm like, yeah, this was great because it shows you this is what Brock can actually do. And so I thought it fit well with it. I really did.
He got tired of sitting in that pod. That's what happened. He's like, screw this. I'm out, bitch.
He's like, I'm not gonna wait my turn. I'm gonna smash my way out of
How,
this thing.
how soon did he break out early? Was
He
it
was
counting down or was it like
After Lash
right away?
left him with
He was-
taken out of the chamber,
he was supposed to be in there for another 5 minutes.
and he's just like,
Oh, okay.
Brock smash, boom.
Yeah.
I bet you they told him to break out after Bobby left the cage.
Well, from the reports I read was that
Yeah.
as he's sitting and he's punching the plexiglass and he's kicking it, it breaks, and then Brock looked and realized that it was broken, and Brock's like, "Screw it, I'm going in the ring." So he said he just climbed.
Wrecking havoc the whole
Yeah.
So he said he just climbed in there, and just went in the ring, and so that's why when he climbed in, at first everybody's face was like,
What the?
huh? And like everybody was shocked because everyone's like, wait, what the hell's he doing in the ring?
He's not supposed to be out yet.
So
Brock Lesnar defying the odds again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you personally, I enjoyed this. I loved the ending, how they set it up with Brock and Austin Theory.
My guy.
That was
Oh my
freaking
God.
awesome.
That Austin Theory has post-traumatic stress disorder if you're facing Lesnar. He looked absolutely terrified. He's like, wait,
I would.
going up against you? Uh-oh.
I tell you what, when I saw Theory get the F5 off the top there,
That was
That's
awesome.
cool.
oh my God.
It was beautiful.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, he tried to do the only thing he could do, and that was run.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
Oh,
wait,
wait,
you
you
can't
can't.
climb
Oh,
out of
wait.
the elimination chamber, can you?
Oh, I would have been right behind him crawling out of there. I mean, I think honestly, out of all of us, the only one that really wants to meet Lesnar in the dark alley is Dragon Viper, and
Yeah.
He doesn't
I think
know
he's
that.
crazy.
No, he doesn't. No,
Well,
he
we know
doesn't.
he doesn't, but he said he does.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I
Yeah,
thought-
and go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say I saw Theory climb out the cage. I'm like, wrong match. It's not a regular cage match.
No. Not a steel cage one where you can climb out and you can just jump onto like the announce table or something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think we all knew that Brock was gonna win.
Yep.
It was definitely set up that way. I think a lot of people at first were not
They weren't happy
really
about it.
well. No, people weren't sure why it went down with Lashley the way it did until people started reading that Lashley was legitimately hurt. Like he
Yep.
legitimately has a shoulder injury and he was not cleared to compete. So because he's not cleared to compete, WWE had to they basically had to say, okay, we don't want him to have to relinquish his title, So we'll put him in the chamber match and make him look like he suffered an injury in the chamber match. So that way he has to leave the match. So I thought by doing that, I thought that was fine.
Yeah.
You know, I was okay with that.
Yeah, it just makes perfect sense. So it makes Lashley still look strong, so he can come back and say, "I never lost my title."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what might happen.
That's going to be too early because what they say, March 5th was going to be the next title match.
Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Yeah.
We know Brock's going to keep it, though.
Yeah. They want to keep the title versus title match against Roman at WrestleMania.
It's a house match.
House show, yeah.
Yeah.
The world's oldest arena.
It's a house show? I thought it was it's not a pay-per-view?
No.
Nope.
No, it's a house
Wow,
show.
that is weird that they are promoting a house show then. I mean,
Right.
I mean, they've had titles change hands at house shows before.
What's that?
They've had titles change hands at house shows before.
Yeah.
They get AJ
Diesel,
Styles. I think he won the United States title in a house show match at MSG.
Yeah. But I thought it was some kind of pay-per-view or special show they were doing. I didn't know it was a house show.
Okay.
Okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I know that titles have been dropped at house shows before, but I think because of how big this title is, if anything, I don't think they would ever have Brock Lesnar drop a championship at a house show.
Absolutely not.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to have Roman come and interfere, and it'll be a DQ. That way, it still makes Lashley look strong.
You mean Lesnar?
If Lashley's there.
Yeah, if Lashley's
because the current speculation is that Lashley's going to be out for 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying if Lashley shows up, I think Reigns is going to interfere and it'll be DQ, and that way Lashley.
I see what you're saying.
If he shows up.
If he does.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see though still, and I don't know why. This the only part I'm trying to find out is because it's already leaked that Lashley has an injured shoulder.
Yep.
But you can still see
he's having surgery, right?
Yeah, he is. But if you got a chance to watch Raw, you can still see when Heyman was talking about it, they're still trying to hide the fact that Lashley's hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if there's a reason why they're trying to hide it, or if WWE is hoping and praying that it's not as bad as they think it is.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but that's why the internet kind of kills, rumors and speculations and the big pops now is because everybody's leaking all this information.
Yeah.
So.
I'd like to know where most of them are getting this information from.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I mean, where are they getting the information? I mean, they must know somebody that knows somebody.
Has a shoulder problem? How do you know he's going to be out for 4 months? How do you know this? How do you know that? Who are your? How do you know this stuff?
We have questions. We want answers.
Exactly.
There's always inside sources everywhere. There's always inside sources that are coming from somewhere. But So that was why I'm saying my big question is that maybe WWE is just hoping that it's not as bad as previously reported, so they're trying to cover it up to be like maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. Because we have seen a lot of just think though, about injuries in the past. We've seen guys who were supposed to be out for 9 months and they came back after 4 months. For various things. So maybe that's the reason they're doing this. But 4 months and like 2 weeks, there's a big difference.
There is.
Yeah. Unless they don't think it's that serious and the person that leaked it is just, speculating. I mean,
Well, but you can see the way that they were doing it. They were covering up for something. They were protecting Bobby Lashley from something because he has not been in the ring since the Rumble.
Yep.
He has not wrestled since then. He has not taken a bump since then. Chamber was the first time he technically got touched. So they're trying to they're protecting him from something. I don't know if it's actually the shoulder or I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he hurt himself when he speared Lesnar through the barricade.
probably.
Yeah.
Is when Lashley was
Oh, it
leaving the
could have
chamber,
been.
he looked like he looked like his ankle was turning one way. I was like, did he hurt his knee or something? I don't know. He looked a little unsteady leaving the chamber.
Well, at least we know he doesn't have the injury that the Finnish skier had in the Olympics. So
Mm-hmm. That was terrible.
Didn't even see it. Don't know what you're talking about.
oh, I'll send you the story later.
Okay.
All right, so going back to so we can finish up here. Kind of got a little bit off, but that's okay. But mess around, Dave. Your thoughts on that chamber?
I liked it. There's some nice spots in there. Obviously, Brock breaking through before you're supposed to. Rollins throwing I believe it was Theory through the cage and
Yeah, buckle bomb.
taking out Lashley, and that's how Lashley ended up going out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Y'all knew once Brock got in there, he was going to dominate and win. But to see Austin Theory as one of the final two guys was kind of surprising to me. I was surprised Rollins was the first one taken out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to see Brock destroy Reigns. I hope it's a squash match. I really do. It's not going to be because it's the main event, but
Right.
Viking Brock. All right, Chris.
right.
No, it was a good match. The men's match was a little better than the women's match, the Elimination Chamber match, but it was still pretty good. Brock being impatient kind of made things interesting, and maybe if the storyline of Lashley feeling better leads to a triple threat. I don't know, but right now, both for titles, titles on the line. But other than that, it was a good match overall.
All right, Christy.
Definitely enjoyed this match. Brock going all Hulk and smashing his way out of the pod, and then Austin Theory's look of
Brock smash.
Brock smash, exactly. And Austin Theory's look of just complete horror when he realizes it's him and Brock in the chamber, and he's trying to run for his life. Oh boy, it was really a good match.
You need to make a shirt.
It was just Austin Theory
Brock
was
smash.
terrified. He was all like, oh, I think I'm in trouble. And he was in trouble.
He had to look like he just pooped his pants in front of the crowd of people.
And trying to escape the chamber. I'm thinking, dude, this is not a steel cage. This is not like any other cage you've ever been in your life here.
Well, the reason why it was so good is because Theory was talking trash and being like, if I could get a hold of him, like, okay, so
Good
you
luck
wanted
with
a
that,
hold
buddy.
of Brock and you got your chance. You got your chance to get a hold of him.
And there he is, and what are you gonna do about it?
You pooped your pants.
You pooped your pants.
Yeah, shit to bed.
All right, Big B.
I mean, that match was good. I mean, like you guys said, I mean, it made it better when Brock, broke out and, now, was he told to do it or, what, he said that he got bored. I mean, it just makes him look just like a beast right now, like he is. And yeah, the look on Theory's face. I mean, when I saw that, I kind of thought of Randy, Dragon Viper, because that would be the look he would give if Brock, knocked on his door, ready for his, punch in the face like Dragon Viper said he would do. So,
Oh no.
but no, it was a good match. I mean, the outcome was the way I expected, and I think everybody did. I mean, there was, some hope that maybe they'd throw a curve at us or something, but it is how WWE is running things right now. So,
Yep.
Yeah, this is the third. This is the third actual trilogy, so to call that's ever happened technically, and at Mania, and the other ones were Rock and Austin, and then there was one other one, and I can't remember who it was, but it was Rock and Austin, and then one other, and now it's Brock and Reigns. So, Triple H and Taker.
Oh, okay.
That's right, Triple H and Taker. That
Was that 3 matches or was that just 2?
Well, they said it was a trilogy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could be right. I mean, so
because they said Triple H, Taker, Rock, Austin, and then Taker and Triple H and Taker, Rock, Austin, and then Brock and Reigns. So the other trilogy, so to say, and this is supposed to be the end of the. I personally think this will be the end of it. I really do. I think that this will be the final one that you'll see between Lesnar and Reigns. This will be the last build up. I don't think you'll see it again after this. So
no, and I don't either, but it'll be interesting to see how they script the match and what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah,
Lesnar's
could
gonna
this
win,
be?
probably.
Well, I think Lesnar will win, but could this be the one? Could this be it to where the Usos turn on Roman?
Let's hope so.
Ooh.
I hope so.
After Mania?
Like I
That's what I'm
said, I mean, this is going to be a good anticipated match because I don't think anybody's got any predictions which way they're going to go. So it'd be interesting. Like I said, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I really I don't know. I really don't know which way it's going to go either, because this could be this. They could throw a curveball out there and be like, "This is where the Usos turn on Reigns and cost Reigns the title." And
or
then
you got Heyman.
That too.
Yep, or Heyman turns on Reigns and then goes back with Lesnar, or they might be like, okay, we want Reigns to keep his championship for like another month or something, and then he loses it to somebody else. So you could go multiple ways with this. You could
Money
go
in the Bank cash in, maybe.
Well, there won't be a Money in the Bank because
It's already been used by
Big
Big
E.
Oh
E.
yeah, I
Cash
mean like
isn't.
later on.
Maybe,
Oh,
but because you could go multiple ways with this storyline at Mania. There's multiple ways you could go with it, because with the way that Reigns has been dominating, are they going to want him to dominate more? I don't know. It's going to definitely be interesting to see. And we don't get any more pay-per-views between time.
Yep.
That's the weird part.
Now it's just Mania.
Yeah.
Usually they would have like a pay-per-view like like maybe in the month of March or something, but that's not scheduled until I don't know, maybe later. I don't know.
Yeah, but I really think they're trying to do that one final. I think they're really trying to do that 6-week build-up of the shows, because I think they finally want to get all the shows written down, have them set in stone, and then do those build-ups.
Yep.
Because I know one match that they were gonna have at Mania until the injury to Lashley happened was Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. They were supposed to go 1-on-1 at Mania.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, it won't now, but it was supposed to.
Really? I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't trigger me for Mania.
No.
What does it?
Okay.
Hornswoggle versus Brock Lesnar.
That would trigger me. I'd like to see that one.
Yes. Hornswoggle versus El Torito. Ticket sellers right there. Ticket sellers.
Gonna put the asses in seats for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I make my debut.
The yellow bars is we're taking them all out.
Yeah.
No, like in reality though, if I had one shot to be like, I'll take a bump in the ring, give me one bump, I would be like, Lesnar, give me one F5 just so I can say I took a bump off you.
Oh,
you-
okay, Randy.
Yeah.
Well, no.
The thing is, I could see
hold
I could
on,
see you
hold
thanking him
on.
for that. You're like,
There
buddy?
is a difference here, Big B. There's a difference because I'm not sitting here saying that I would take him out. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if I stepped in the ring with Lesnar, I would say, can you just give me one F5 just so I can say I took a
Yeah,
bump off you?
No, I get what you're saying.
Hey, can I get a
Yeah,
Bronco
so-
Buster from Carmella? Just one.
Just Carmella, Dave? I mean,
Well,
or do you
I'm
want
just
them all
sure
to
you'd
line
like
up?
to take a move from any female
And then
WWE
you can have
superstar
a
mess around as a
handicap tag
crush
team
on.
match. Liv and Mella against me. I'd let them both, bump me around that ring.
And you die happy.
Oh,
All right. Well, anyways, that will conclude our show. So, Mess Around Dave, we'll go with you with your final thoughts.
Me against Carmella and Mandy Rose, book it. It's gonna happen. And Liv 3-on-1 against me.
You're going down.
You're going down like a sweet muffin.
I think Metro just turned into our Jerry Lawler.
Please.
You're going down like a sweet muffin.
Oh, God.
So shove it up your cram hole floor.
Can we have a pillow fight, a pillow match?
Oh, God.
Brown panties? Come on.
Oh, God.
Just saying.
Something I don't want to see Dave in.
Yeah, exactly.
I get to keep my clothes on. No one's taking them off.
All right, Crispy, final thoughts.
No, it's a good pay-per-view. It's going to be a good lead up to WrestleMania, so now it's just a waiting game.
Yep.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen between Roman and Brock at WrestleMania?
I think they're going to swap shows.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I saw that coming a mile
Rock.
away. How did you walk into that one? Anyways, for all you guys on Coast to Coast, stay tuned because Four Bros is coming up next.
So, Christy Wilson, your final thoughts.
Just the Elimination Chamber was a good pay-per-view, and can't wait for WrestleMania. It should be fun. And what am I thinking will happen between Brock and Roman? Pure, utter chaos. That's it.
All right.
Nice.
Big B.
Big B.
Hello.
Testing.
Big B.
1, 2, 3. Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Well, we have officially lost one here. We have
no.
gone down. He's
Am I
gone
back?
down. We have.
Yay.
Yep,
There he
we're
is.
back, we're
Yeah,
back.
All right. No, I think the chamber was good. Like I said, I gave it a C just because everything was predictable. I mean, the action was good. I mean, a couple of dud matches, but and then Dave already
mic.
announced it.
Cut it.
Four Bros at the top of the hour. So you guys have a good one.
Cut his mic. Cut it. He's done. Cut it. Okay. All right.
Don't make me come there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're
You
lucky.
better run.
You're lucky this computer's holding me back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with that, I do want to thank everybody for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed another episode of Between the Ropes, Elimination Chamber style.
Yeah.
In 6 weeks' time, we'll be bringing you nothing but the great WrestleMania, and I can't wait to talk about that one. All right. So with that, I really hope everybody has a fantastic night. Don't forget, right after this, you can check out an episode of the Four Bros. So with that, everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you next week for another episode of Between the Ropes.